Didn't push it hard enough. Hey, everybody. So, we're at the house, working away. Dwayne's building, cutting a board to close up that water heater. Just screw that in case we ever need to get into there again. Here's the bedroom wall that I'm gonna prime, paint, get that primed. And you know, these little things that always happen. We're out of tray liners, right? So they make liners to go in these trays that are disposable, and I always wrap mine in garbage bags so that I don't have to keep using tray liners and keep washing my rollers, because I hate washing rollers. Anyways, so I'm like, oh, we're out of tray liners. What am I going to do? And I remembered years ago when I didn't have money to even buy tray liners, I used garbage bags. And it's kind of messy. I mean, the garbage bag moves a little bit when you're painting, but it's not like I'm painting a whole bedroom or anything. I'm just painting, you know, that one section there in the master bathroom. So let's see. We need to put that in. Let's see what Dwayne's doing.
Good enough.
I love beadboard. It's really pretty. That lady's house that we stayed at for my Speak Up conference, honey, their kitchen cabinets, the doors were all beadboard. There was so much beadboard in that house. I mean, it was mainly just halfway up the walls. But, yeah, so I think we've decided to put beadboard in the upstairs apartment on the bad walls. I don't know what we're going to do about the ceiling yet, because I hate doing drywall work again, and it's just a mess up there. So I have to paint this. I would really love this up higher.
Oh.
This is how we prime the walls, prime the walls, prime the walls. This is how we prime the walls, so late in the daytime. I should probably get the camera up closer anyway. Okay, that one's not too shabby. I'll get a close up later after this is done. Oh my goodness, I'm so much. How am I supposed to paint around this toilet? This is ridiculous. Impossible. Painting around, oh my gosh, this wall, it's gonna look ridiculous, I'm afraid. Lots of zhuzhing with drywall mud. This house definitely ain't gonna be perfect. It's gonna have a little wabi sabi. So wabi sabi is about imperfection. Decay is as much a part of life as growth. Right? There is decay. There is decay. Please don't fall. So, I don't know if you can see, but like the toilet's right here. I asked the contractor to move the toilet over because it was so close to the shower. It was so close to the shower there, and he moved it over too far, and he moved it right against the wall. He was wonderful. Great work. I would suggest him to anybody. But anyways, and probably more my fault and my hurriedness. I didn't instruct, I didn't, what happened was, okay, somebody might learn from this experience. What happened was, he said, where do you want it? He said, right here, and he put a mark on the floor of where I wanted the toilet. And so, you have to make all these quick decisions so fast. And I left and we were gone when he was installed the toilet or whatever. I don't know where we were, but when they installed the toilet, and I didn't think about it hitting this wall that we had to add on to make this door the correct door size, and that the toilet would be in the way of us fixing the wall. I don't know if any of you have ever tried painting around a toilet, but it is not fun at all. And that's what we have to do now. How am I supposed to paint back there? Hello. Hey, darling. I am taping.
Is this in the 360 version?
Yes.
That means it's gonna make it like circle.
Well, I know. I don't know.
Gotta change it.
I don't know. I don't even know if it's in 360. I'm not sure, and I don't really care.
Okay.
I'll let Dylan figure that out, how he wants to do that, or what he has to do to fix it. Okay, this wall don't look too bad, I don't think. I think it just might be okay. Maybe. I mean, you can look close at, I think it might be okay. It might be okay. That would make me very happy. I think this wall is going to be okay. You can look kind of close at that. It's not until it dries and then it has the regular paint color on it. All these steps take forever. This one is the only one I'm really worried about. Like, there's just too much of a variation at the top. I don't know if you can tell very well between this kind and this kind. Anyways, like Dwayne said, we're going to have a barn door there. So the barn door will probably be not closed. It'll be open all the time, just hanging on that wall. So getting excited though, planning out my cabinets in the kitchen. I spent a lot of time last night till like 11 o'clock. We got home 8 o'clock roughly. We're getting home every night. We have to drive 45 minutes to get home, and spent a good amount of time planning out the kitchen and thinking about cabinetry in here. So this wall, I'd like to have 2 dressers there side by side, TV over top of it, and then have like a bench cabinet in front of that window and a bench cabinet in front of that window. And possibly bookshelves along that wall next to the bench cabinet and bookshelves along that wall next to the bench cabinet. I don't know if bookshelves would work or not. It almost looks too small. And I don't know if I'd love the way that would look, but... And then this is where the bed's gonna go. And I'm also thinking about putting cabinetry all the way. I don't know, there's just not a ton of storage here, and there's only one closet. One. At our old house in Florida, we had 3 closets. So, anyways, that's it for right now. Gotta let that dry. And I gotta go see what other project I need to work on while this is drying. Oh, I need to get behind the toilet. So I need a brush to paint behind the toilet. And like, this is an example of what we did too, guys. is, so we switched this door around. It was actually opened into the living room, and we changed it and made it swing into the bedroom. But then the doorknob would hit the wall. And so we just put a temp piece of trim there with the doorstop till we get the trim in. Because, like I said, I want to put cabinets in here, and I don't think I'm going to want trim along that wall. So, paintbrush. Don't get distracted. And one of the best things I found at Walmart when I was shopping for something else was Vic My Vacuum. It was a $300 vacuum on sale for 89 bucks, and I'm like, sold. I need that while working. You know, one thing about working on a renovation like this is that there's just so much that goes to the wayside, right? Eating on paper plates and bowls. Where is that brush? This is too good of one. I had a different one. Where was it? I want to use this one for the primer paint. It was out in the garage. This is another thing. It's like having so much stuff everywhere. This is what makes a renovation so hard. It's like things get moved around so much and you're constantly looking for stuff. It's a little tricky. Okay, I was out here looking for the primer and I found a paintbrush. Oh, here it is in a box. The garage is crazy. But we do like to save as much as we can. Like we took off all the trim that was on the top of the kitchen cabinets. It's trim. There's nothing wrong with it. And it can all be painted over and the holes filled. So, why throw away stuff and buy new stuff? Is my motto. Use it up, wear it out, make it do without. It's just how we roll. Save as much as you can. So, painting behind the toilet. One that's... Why'd the vacuum quit? Uh-oh, can you get him untied, possibly? He's stuck. Vic, the vacuum, is stuck on our Wi-Fi cords. Okay, so let's get a good view of this. I'm gonna have to... Oh, this is crazy. I hate to... Oh! I just put my hand in the paint. Doggone it. I didn't change my clothes yet. And I didn't put on gloves. I usually put on gloves. Right? I didn't. Okay, so... Oh, I hate this. Please God, let this come out right so I don't have to do a bunch of zhushing and fixing and sanding, and I don't like doing things 500 times. This is the real life stuff that, like home renovation don't show you I don't know. I just think so much of our lives is a fake world, so to speak. Unrealistic. Unrealism. I like authenticity. Okay, wiping off the hands. Oh my goodness, I gotta wash my hands now. Okay. So, do I think this is gonna need another coat of this primer? I don't think so. I think one coat will be enough. And now I got this primer in this bucket. Where else am I gonna need primer? Okay, so I'm gonna walk around and look for other spots that maybe need primed, if there is any, and see what happens. Okay, so I gotta do some zhuzhing up the walls. Here's a spot that kind of opened up on me, and I had to redo it. Mud. I gotta do some sanding. Is that my phone?
Yeah. Recreation shop or two others.
Okay. Sanding. Don't want to sand too much. Don't want to sand the spot I was trying to cover up. So I put towels on the floor just because I didn't want the sanding dust going everywhere. Okay, now for the zhuzhing. I've got a little sponge here. I did this with a paintbrush on most of the rest of the house. But I think my paintbrush is so full of crud that I think it's better to use this. Probably should have put my gloves on, but this is my zhuzhing, so I'm just trying to create the texture. It's called knockdown, really, on the walls. And we need to cover up the edges of the mud, of course, pretty well. So there was like an edge of the mud there, so I want to get this mud a little bit thicker in that spot to cover it up. Because it's the edging that you'll see and notice. The edges of your mud. Now, how am I going to get in that little skinny spot? Not sure. There's a little spot showing. I got to get that a little bit thicker. It didn't work. I've got to let it dry a little bit before you know what? I think I'm just gonna put that in there and then I'll wipe off the excess that gets on the windowsill after I get this on there. One more. There's a little bit right up in there. Needs to be covered up. Oh, much better. Better, better, better. Better like butter. Okay, so I'll wipe this off. Clean that off. Okay, we'll let that dry, and then I know there's a couple other spots along here. That one over there. Okay, let's look around and see if we can find any other spots that need it. See a little spot right there. It's gonna sit above the trim. my goodness. Vacuum. Block you off in the cords. Okay, all of that's going to be covered up with cabinetry or some kind of tile or something. Let's see. Here's a spot that we need to get where the door poked a hole in the wall, which is why we got that doorstop down there. It's pretty. Okay, got that spot. Just gonna walk around and look for more spots. And these chairs here have already bumped into the wall and put in some scrapes. Ugh, such a bummer. What I will do is I will keep like a cottage cheese container or something, even a glass jar with a good tight lid with paint in it, because I know there's going to be just a million places to touch up. Now this, I'm so excited about, you guys. This is the wall. I don't know if any of you remember, but this wall, you guys, had a whole bunch of little square mirrored tiles glued to the wall, and it's a mess. And I didn't really want to rip out all the drywall and replace it and then have to fill in the holes. So anyways, I knew I would just cover it up and make it like a feature wall. And we had this board from a previous reno that we did last year, and we're going to hang that on the wall. Oh, it's going to look so pretty. Okay, so keep an eye on the zhushing of any other spots. I think this room is okay. Let's go in the master bedroom. Living room's okay. That looks good. What about, oh, the master bedroom. Okay, so I do need to, is this dry enough? It's still a little bit tacky. I don't know if I necessarily have to wait, but I know I need to do some zhushing in here for sure on these walls. And maybe if I get you over here, you can even see better what I'm doing. Okay, so the whole trick is to look, ooh, it's still just a little bit wet. At what I think is going to show. And I'm just looking. I think it's just at the top, and I don't have a ladder in here. So I don't know if you can tell. I think right up there at the top, I might have to zhuzh some, and then I'm looking here. Let's see, is this going to be showing? I don't think so. I think this will, but I think that might be okay.
Have you ever